Hi everyone. So the next theory is net operating income approach. So under net operating income approach, in the first net income approach, it has said that the capital structure theory has impact on the value of the firm and at the same time cost of capital of the firm. And under net operating income approach, the things are different. That is, it is just opposite to net income approach. This is also propounded by Dr. Duran. So under this approach, it has been suggested by Duran that there is no impact on the value of the firm and the cost of capital by the increase or decrease in the capital structure. That is, capital structure is irrelevant to the cost of capital and the value of the firm. So this theory is also known as irrelevance theory of capital structure. So once again, I will tell you, under this approach, the market value of the firm is not at all affected by the change in the capital structure of the firm. So according to this, there is no optimum capital structure at all. According to this theory, there is no capital structure also. In the other theory, that is net income approach, there is always optimum capital structure. The assumptions are the value of the firm remain unchanged. Value of the firm remain unchanged. There is no change in the value of the firm. And again, KE increases with the increase in the debt. That is, cost of equity is increasing with the increase in the debt. And KO and KD are remaining constant. In the other one, KD and KE remains constant. Here it is KO and KD are remaining constant. And while computing the capital structure under this theory, the valuation will be noted as follows. That is NOI divided by KO. That is the total value of the firm. NOI divided by KO. NOI means EBIT, that is earnings before interest and tax. And value of equity is V minus D. Value of equity is V minus D. V means total value of the firm and D means total value of the debt. So KE equal to NI divided by E. KE. There we are finding out E. Here we are finding out KE. That is KE equal to NI divided by E. And V equal to EBIT divided by KO. V equal to EBIT divided by KO. Here also we can have examples. That is, first you can see that Blue Sky Limited. Blue Sky Limited has an EBIT of 2 lakh rupees. Cost of the debt is 10% and the outstanding debt is 9 lakh. The overall capitalization rate, that is KO, is 12.5. Calculate the total value of the firm and equity capitalization rate. We can see, first one is net operating income, that is 2 lakh. Overall capitalization rate, that is KE, is 12.5. Total market value of the firm, EBIT divided by KO. That is EBIT is 2 lakh divided by 12.5 into 100. It is coming 16 lakh. So first we are finding out the value of the firm, that is 16 lakh. NI divided by KE, KO we are finding out 16 lakh. Then total value of the debt is 9 lakh. So total value of the firm equal to, that is D equal to, what is there, 16 plus 16 minus 9 lakh, that is 7 lakh. 16 minus 9 lakh, that is 7 lakh. That is 16 is V and 9 lakh is debt. 16 minus 9, that is 7 lakh. So equity capitalization rate equal to EBIT minus I divided by what we got. We got the total value of D, that is 7 lakh. So 2 lakh minus 90,000. 90,000 we got, that is 10% on 9 lakh. 9 lakh, 10% of 9 lakh means 90,000. So 2 lakh minus 90,000 divided by 7 lakh. So it is coming 0.16. If it is multiplied by 100, it is coming 16%. 16%. So here we are finding out that in case the firm raises the debt content for reducing its equity content, the total value of the firm would remain unchanged. Total value of the firm would remain unchanged. That is, even though the capital structure is increasing or decreasing by issue of debt or by issuing shares, what will happen? The total value of the firm remaining constant or remain unchanged. However, the equity capitalization rate would go up. Equity capitalization, that is KE, will go up. KE will be always greater than KO. Then this is clear with the following another example given, that is for comparison purpose. So according to NOI approach, there won't be any change in the capital, there won't be any change in the value of the firm or cost of a capital because of changes in the capital structure. That we have seen, we have to see by comparing with another problem where the debt is increasing. So in the second problem, the debt is increased by 1 lakh. So the total debt has become 5 lakh. Just like the last problem. So earnings before interest and taxes 1 lakh. KO is 12.5%. So market value of the firm V is 1 lakh divided by 12.5 into 100. It is coming 8 lakh. Then total value of the firm. Total value of the firm, it is coming, that is V minus total value of the firm, it is coming 5 lakh. That is total debt 4 lakh plus 1 lakh, 5 lakh. So market value of the firm equal to V minus D. V is 8 lakh and D is value of debt is 5 lakh. So V minus D, that is coming as S, that is 3 lakh. That is 8 lakh minus 5 lakh, it is coming 3 lakh. So equity capitalization rate equal to KE equal to EBIT minus I divided by whatever we got, that is V minus V. That is EBIT, that is 1 lakh minus 10% of 5 lakh, that is 50,000, whole divided by 8 lakh minus 5 lakh, that is 3 lakh into 100. That is coming 16.67%. So in the first case also it is coming 16%. In the second case also the equity capitalization rate is coming, that is K is coming 16.67%. So we can find out that what is happening even though there is changes in the capital structure, that is 4 lakh that has become 5 lakh, the equity capitalization rate, that is KE, remaining constant. KE is, in the first case, it is 16%. In the second case, it is 16.67%, nearer to 16 only. So this is what is found out by this. So according to NOI approach, there won't be any change in the overall cost of capital or value of the firm according to changes in the capital structure of the firm, or capital structure relevant to the value of the firm and total value of the firm and equity capitalization, KE. So KE will remain constant. Hope you have understood by this comparison what is NI approach and what is NOI approach. So in the next session, we are going to traditional approach and Modi-Gilani and Miller approach. Two more theories are there, that is traditional approach and Modi-Gilani and Miller approach. Thank you very much.